Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Franco and I am coming live in here because I am a standout online member and I am approved to teach a class today, which I chose to help women land their clients with ease and feel good about it and attract your soulmate clients. So that's what this entire live is about, attracting soulmate clients and falling back in love with your business. So I have lots of good points and I have a half hour to teach you guys as much as stuff as possible. And I'm just going to introduce what I do. So I run a food blog and I run a social media company and I'm a coach. So I decided to start VA work and then I moved into starting a media company, which I do very well in that. And then I'm a food writer and I do all this amazing things. And I started to business coach because I loved helping women jump into their passions. And that's literally what sets my soul on fire. So I'm just going to jump right in. One of the main things of helping your soulmate clients come to you is being you. And a lot of people, from what I've seen and I've done before in the past, is we don't always show up as ourselves because we are taught so many different things. We should do this way and we should do this way. But in reality, all we need to be is ourselves, because being authentic and showing up as you is really the reason that you're going to have clients come into your atmosphere and your energy, because you are uniquely you. And so many people forget that. I understand that a lot of people think, oh, my niche is saturated and I don't know what to do. And so I want to do this like her and this like her and this like her. The most beautiful thing you can ever be is yourself. And that's what really calls in clients for me. And besides being yourself, you want to show up. So getting on video, making posts, and getting vulnerable is really vital to calling in soulmate clients as well. How can I, buy your services or fall in love with you as a person if you're not showing up online and you're not doing things to call in the clients? So it's absolutely vital that you show up. And I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't know why they're not coming. I don't know what's going on. And then I'll go check their Facebook out and I'm like, girl, who are you? Who do you serve? And what are you doing? And it's okay, because I get it. Some people are introverts, some are extroverts, some find it hard to get on and share their life with the online world. And I do stuff in person as well, but my online businesses really is just making fuck tons of money for me because I'm showing up and I'm showing myself and I'm being authentic. And that's really what business is all about, is showing up consistently, being you. So also authentically be your true self. Totally agree. Thank you, Taylor, and thank you for tuning in. So be clear on who you can serve. So this is something I definitely wanted to bring up, right? I coach all kinds of women, and sometimes people want to do everything. And I coach a lot of women, right? But how do you serve them and why do you serve them is really, really, really key, right? Because there are so many people, if you want to do all the things, that's fine. I'm not one of those coaches that's like, you have to say one sentence and serve one kind of person, because I believe in serving the masses. But you have to have the knowledge and the ways to serve them. So I serve many different business clients because I do many different business things. So I run a social media company, I run a blog, I do all this, right? So I can serve these people. So know that whoever comes into your circle, know you can truly serve them. And the best thing that you can ever do, being you and calling in your soulmate clients, there's this really powerful word that I use, and it's called no. Not everyone is your soulmate client. I have turned down many women that I knew either, one, weren't soul all in, and I don't want to force clientele to work with me, or I didn't think our journeys were matched together. And that's so important when you're calling in soulmate clients, to not call them out of scarcity. Because when you become scarce, you'll take anyone. And I'm the most honest coach ever. When I first began, I was taking in people where I was like, let me figure out how to work with her. No, don't. Save yourself the misery. Hey, Becky, save yourself the misery of working with people who don't really want to work with you or that you really can't help. And I know that sounds crazy because, money, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, I want to make money. But this isn't about money. And the most powerful thing I can say right now is frig the money. I'll try not to swear. Sometimes I swear. But this is about showing up to serve another human's being life, right? Or whether you have a product or a media company, whatever it is, you want to improve that other human's being's life. Whether it's wearing a shirt, whether it's you being the coach, whether it's serving their business because you're their VA, whatever it is that you do, you're showing up to serve your client and improve them. So make sure that you're doing just that. Because if you're not, and you're only showing up for money, it shows. And that's a huge thing that I definitely wrote down was don't force shit. Oh, hello, learning. Yes, I'm here to teach. Don't force shit, because honestly, people will call you out on your bullshit. And I have definitely seen, and again, I'm staying in my own lane teaching this class, but I want to say I do see people show up and be like, my 5 clients, and they don't really have any clients, right? They're lying online and they're forcing something that's not real. You don't need to lie in order to get soulmate clients. Just show up as you and they'll come. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone begins somewhere. You're gonna have a first, second, and third client. And when you show that their lives can be rapidly changed, you're gonna get more and more and more. So there's no need to lie about what you do or, faking it till you make it. That's not how I teach my clients. Embody the next level you. Embody the next level you, but you don't need to fake anything. Because when you fake things, people know. And it's just so important to truly feel in love with what you do. And ever since I started to change from, this is my job to this is like what I was put on earth to do, everything in your business starts to change. When you wake up every single day and you're loving what you do, your soulmate clients are going to see that love and they're going to show up for you and they're going to want to be in your energy and they're going to want to be around you. So I wanted to even say this in this video while I'm teaching. If you don't love what you do, I promise you can change that. I promise that you can change anything right now. Tomorrow is a new day and an hour is in the next hour. I made quantum leaps in my business really, really, really fast. 1 year ago, I was $20,000 in debt. And today I run 3 successful companies. I wanted to come here to let women know that it's completely okay to just go all in and show up loving what you do. You have me on fire this morning. Yes! I locked myself in the bathroom to have everybody on fire this morning. So just in case my dog started barking. And you're welcome for sharing. It's just true though, because when you're looking to call in soulmate clients, if what you do doesn't light you up, then why is anyone going to come in your atmosphere? They're not. And my clients, they know I am here for them. And that's important. Show up for you just as you're showing up for your client. So it's important, right? When you're calling in these soulmate clients, what does your life look like right now, right? And we can start a business when we're not 100%. It happens. However, I always say this slogan, ready? How you do one thing is how you do everything. And I think that's vital. So if you have a toxic man in your life and tons of people around you right now that are surrounding you and they're not helping you, meaning they're knocking your business, they're not making you feel good, how are you going to call in soulmate clients? You just can't. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Carla. You're welcome. Hello, Alice. I think it's super important to just have everything around you feeling good. Now, is that always going to happen? No. Like I have some family members that irk the crap out of me, right? And I limit my time with them and I set very important boundaries in my life. So I'm showing up for myself first and then I'm showing up for my client. And like the slogan says, you can't give from an empty cup. So make sure that when you're calling in clients that you're filling your cup up. Like yesterday in the middle of my coaching day, I went and got a hot stone massage. And it's beautiful. Sometimes what you need to do is that thing that's really scary for you. And sometimes that's investing in support, because I myself have 2 coaches. I've taken courses, I've done the things, and it's really important to keep leveling up and keep growing your knowledge and keep feeling good, so in your business you feel good. And again, this goes through for selling products, this goes for VA work, this goes for lots of multiple businesses. Feeling good and keeping the boundaries and showing up and being consistent and showing your soulmate clients that you're here and you're here for the long run. And that was another thing that I wanted to talk about as well. As a lot of people come on, they're looking for that quick client, that quick cash. Can you quantum leap really fast? Yes, you can. You can absolutely land 20 clients in the next week just starting. However, you want to build a legacy, and you want to build an empire, and you want to build a business that is not going to just be in business in 2019, but also in 2032. And crazy, right? But every time I've built something, each one of my companies, and especially my coaching business, I showed up to build something that will last. Whatever it is to you, make sure it lasts and that you're not building something that's just a quick buck. And again, scarcity is a real thing. And it happens. Sometimes we really need to pay our bills, right? And we really need to get stuff done. I'm trying not to swear. But it's okay. Like, sometimes we just need to fall back into our bodies and get out of our head. So it's super, super important to get out of your head when you're calling in those soulmate clients. And that I'm going to bring in right now a next topic of a little bit of manifestation, because I truly believe in manifestation and the law of attraction. I'm one of those coaches who makes my clients like envision yourself a year from now. What does she look like? What is she wearing? What does she make? And it's so exciting to think about that next level of you, right? But are you going to start to embody her right now? Are you going to be her right now? Start taking all those steps to be the woman you want to be a year from now. And in the manifestation process, start to feel your client, feel her coming in. Start to feel that person making that purchase. Start to feel them reaching out for you. Feel what it would feel like for that money to come into your account. And when it does come into your account, be grateful for it. When you're receiving money, receive it with gratitude. One of the first things I teach my clients especially is that we do things with gratitude, with love. We don't show up with anything but that, because when you're grateful for what's coming into your life, so much more starts to come in. And it's such a beautiful thing when you get to create this mass empire from something that you love doing. And manifestation has been a huge part. But I have to say this too, and there are people who talk about manifestation when they're calling in soulmate clients, but they also don't show up to do the work. So I believe manifestation goes hand in hand with hard work. And it doesn't always have to be hard work, right? I'm not one of those people that are going to sit here, and I don't work lots of hours every day. I only work a few hours a day. Everything has to feel good for me. I'm all about feeling, but you have to do. So we don't have to call it hard work, but you have to do things. So you manifest, and then you show up for your manifestation. So if I'm manifesting 10 soulmate clients, I'm going to put the videos out there. I'm going to make the posts. I'm going to do the stuff. I'm going to provide the value. And that's my next thing. Are you ready for this great little tip? 80-20 is what I call this. And a lot of people talk about this, but I think it needs to talk about here and now. 80% value, 20% pitching. I have a client where I went to her page and it was all pitch. And I didn't know anything about her, first of all. Second of all, she wasn't giving me value. I need value from someone I'm going to hire. I need you to tell me who you are, what you do, who you serve, how you serve them. I want to hear about the transformation. Your clients want to hear about the transformation. And even if it's a product, even if you're not a coach, they want to hear what the product does for them. They want to hear what your VA services do for their business. They want to hear the sales they're going to make from it, the money they're going to make, the person they're going to feel like. And you need to not just serve like, this is what I do, this is how I did it. Like, yes, I just had my first $25,000 month last month. And 1 year ago, I was 20K in debt, right? But I want to give someone all the tips and tricks and show them the transformation from A to B because it's magical. The journey of entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not. I'm not going to bullcrap anything to you. This wasn't an overnight journey. There were so many days, and this is going to happen. You're going to have days where you have the naysayers, where people jump in my inbox, what makes you qualified, where people talk about your product. Whatever it is, calling in your soulmate clients also means falling in love with your business, which also means that you show up so well that those naysayers, they don't get to you. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have the people that doubt you. You're gonna have the people that make you not feel great. And guess what? You feel good for you. And surrounding yourself with amazing entrepreneurs is so freaking powerful. It really is. Surrounding yourself with people who are positive, surrounding yourself with people who light you up. And thank you for saying true. I realized doing group programs, and by the way, at the end of this live, I'm going to give everyone a discount on something I'm coming up with, but doing group programs and working with my coaches and being around, and Ashley, thank you for showing up, one of my women in a group program I'm currently doing. It was so magical to be around sisters who supported me and lifted me up. So while you're calling in soulmate clients and falling back in love with your business, love you, you also want to surround yourself who also lift you up. You want to feel lifted. You want to feel good. You want to feel like, every day. Fall in love with your business. Surround yourself with people who light you up. Yes. That's literally like the core thing of me teaching my women. Like, you want to feel good every day, right? Like, I remember when I was working my 9 to 5, and for the people who are still in it, no judgment here, but you want to like show up fully and feel freaking good. Oh, love you, Becky. I'm so happy to light everybody up today. And I'm just feeling so good today. And that's what I wanted to talk about too. When you're calling in your soulmate clients, although you need to show up to call in them, guess what you don't need to do? You don't need to show up when you don't feel good. And I believe in showing up when you're feeling magnetic, when you're feeling good. If you're not feeling good, reach out to support, take that bath, light the sage, do the crystals, whatever it is that makes you feel good, you turn it around. And if it makes you feel good to go take a nap and show up the next day, that's what you do. You don't need to show up when you don't feel good. Your motivation empowered me so much. Thank you, Alice. Hi, Monica. And I just want you to know that there are coaches, and I'm not one of them, I'm sorry, that are like, you need to show up every day, every second, all the time. No, you don't. Sometimes we need to go inward. And we talk about this all the time in my programs and with my coaches, where I'm feeling magnetic right now. Do you feel it? Do you feel what I'm feeling? I'm trying to give you my energy, and that's what I do for my clients. I light them up, and I call them in, and I feel good. If I showed up here when I had a stomach ache, or my boyfriend just broke up with me, and I don't even have one of those, it would show on my face. Me as a person, I'm not good at faking the fake. I don't do it. I don't enjoy it. And you shouldn't either. So if you're not feeling good, don't feel pressured to show up. It's okay to take that little break. It's okay to dial back for a minute and to show back up when you're feeling good. No matter what business you're in, that little break may be what you need to call in the next soulmate client. That little break may be what you need to fall back in love with your business, and that's okay. Thank you. Love you, Carol. And it's really just, honestly, it's felt so good for me to do business over the past few months, especially 2019 has been like this groundbreaking year. And you know what? During the retrograde, I truly feel like I needed to take a step back. Then some of them people say show up even if it's not okay, fake the funk, and I never thought that was the case. Me either. And you know what? To each coach their own. I try my best not to judge other people's coaching methods, but I truly believe in that when I'm teaching that. I feel like happy listening to you. Well, feel free to jump in my inbox after this. And I invite everyone to do that as well. But it shouldn't be this like forced thing. And it's definitely one of the things I wrote down to talk about today is don't force it, because people know. And I wrote, because I thought it was funny, people can smell the bullshit. Feeling magical and respecting your energy. So that's a good one. and a little bit of off what I already said, but let's respect what we're feeling, right? So like if you're heartbroken or if you're really hurt or if you're doing things that like in the day aren't feeling good, respect your energy, take the nap, take the shower, do what you need to do to come back feeling magical, to do the manifestation, to then show up to do the work so they start to come. And something that's so beautiful is I really have done lots of different businesses and I show up for them all so very differently. There's one business I feel like showing up for every day. There's one that I feel like showing up for twice a week. Both of them are successful. But because when I'm showing up, I'm always giving 100%. And it's really important that I'm showing up feeling magnetic, so I'm giving the 100%, because if you're showing up once in a while, or if you're showing up every day, but you're giving 50% of your energy every day, you're going to have no sales, no conversions, because you can show up every day, but if you're 50% and you're depleted, what does that really matter? It doesn't. Okay, so manifest it, feel it, believe it, feel your next level. Boundaries, we're going over all the things. Oh, this is what a good one was that I wrote down. So calling in your soulmate clients, ready for this? Goal boards. I am so big on goal boards. I made a goal board in January and I literally hit every single goal in January that I had to make 2 more goal boards because I consistently make new ones. And this is something that I absolutely pride myself on doing because it's really amazing to write down what you want. Call it in and write it down. So when you say, I want to hit that 10K month, I want my soulmate clients, and I didn't just manifest money and clients, I manifested things. I want to stop drinking, right? I am now 48 days without a drink. I wanted to do that for myself. Just something that I wanted to do. And it can be, I want to be the queen I always deserve. Whatever it is that your goal list is, and mine is literally this long, crush them, set them. Really important to calling in your soulmate clients too is having a list and making priority of it, right? So that's something I really teach my clients. What's our 1-day goal? What's our 2-day goal? What's our 1-week goal? What's our 1-month goal? What's our 1-year goal? And obviously we don't have to stick to them all. You don't have to sit here and stick to every single thing, but you want to make sure what's a priority stays a priority. So today, I need to go do media work, I need to get on a call at 2 p.m. and I write out my day-to-day things, and I write out what really needs to be done, what should be done, what can be done, what eventually needs to be done. I literally have 4 categories, like I want to write a book, but I don't really care to do that until like the end of the year, right? But today I need to do work for clients and show up for them. So there's a difference of priorities and where your priorities come for calling in the clients. When you take your priorities seriously and you make a goal board and you set a list and you start crushing things and feel good about what you're crushing, then more clients will come in and you'll feel so much more organized and you'll feel so good knowing like, here's what I have to do today, this week, this month, this year, and things just start to flow so much better. When I first started my business, I was heavily unorganized, and this is where leaning into support can be really good too. And look, if it's not a coach for you, because I don't push my services on everyone either, then a friend, then a accountability buddy, whatever it is you really, really just want. To have people that light you up, to have people that you can go to when you're like, hey, I really got to get this done next week. I really want to call in some soulmate clients. I really want to feel good in my business again. Will you hold me accountable for this? Remind me. Oh, set a reminder in your own phone too. But having these beauties, and I'm calling them beauties, like the girls in my program, we check in on each other. We make sure we're doing well. Some of the girls were so close, like Ashley in my program. She does amazing shadow work, and she'll know when I'm having an off day, and she checks in on me, and she makes me feel good again. And having people like that in your life are just so unbelievably amazing. So if you're feeling off in your business and you're not feeling in love with it, what steps can you be taking today to change that? Because seriously, I really went from 20K in debt to 25K months in 1 year. And I wanted people to know this as I taught this class. time is an illusion. There's no such thing as you can't be a millionaire in a month. I mean, maybe a little larger than making 25K, but it can happen. Are you willing to show up? Are you willing to do the things that it takes to be the millionaire? Because I know I am. I know I show up for my clients. Every single one of them is making quantum leaps. We are all in this together. And calling in clients means showing up to serve. And this is so, so important to me. I don't want to see a single woman watch this and then just show up for no reason, right? You want to show up because you are enhancing another person's life. Your product, you as a coach, whatever it is, you need to yes, I want to do better. I want to be better. I am here for you. I am here to serve you. My clients know when they sit there and they pay me that I'm showing up, because our money is an energy exchange. And that's what I teach people too. So there's a few people that when they're about to invest in a coach, especially invest in me, and I have lots of different ranges so that people can work with me. But it's scary, right? It's like, oh my God, and my energy is going to show back up to match that energy. And we need to do everything that comes together, that you feel good in your business. And sometimes calling in soulmate clients means doing what we're preaching. So how are you going to ask someone to invest 10K in you when you've never invested 10K in yourself? And I truly have to preach that, because some coaches are sitting here asking people to put money into them that they've never put into themselves. And if you have, and you're doing that, I'm not judging you. Again, I'm staying in my own lane, but I've invested in group programs, I've invested in coaches, I've invested in my brand, I invested in so many things. So when I show up to ask someone to work with me and to pay in full and to give up money, it's because I also showed up for myself. And that was one of the things that I really harp on when you're doing these things, is make sure you're practicing what you're preaching. You can't show up to tell someone that they need to have boundaries when you don't have them yourself. You can't show up to teach someone relationships when you're with a narcissist. So make sure that you're embodying what you're teaching. When you're going to call in a soulmate client, it's because you feel that here, woman. You feel it. You know it. Call them in, love your business, because it feels good, because it lights you up. And sometimes what lights you up is support, is someone else holding your hand. And I tried to give you as much information. I have 30 minutes and are coming to a close in the next few minutes, but I'm going to really recap everything so you're feeling freaking good. So 1 is be you, okay? 2 is show up. I want you to show up. I want you to show up so people know. They know who you are. They know what you do. They know how you can transform them. Your product, your service, your coaching, they know. They're getting a transformation coming into your energy circle, and the money that they're putting out for you is transforming whatever it is to them, to you. It's an equal energy exchange, because we want to feel good. We want to feel good. Respect your energy. Respect your energy. It's so important when you're not feeling good that you don't show up, that you go take that nap, that you go take that shower, that you still are honoring your body and you're honoring your soul, because we don't always need to show up. We don't. We need to show up, but we don't need to show up when we don't feel good. And if we're not feeling good, we find ways to feel good in whatever manner that is for you. Be clear on who you can serve. That's really super important. We want to know, who are we serving? How can we serve them? And if that's a lot of people, that's okay. Make sure you're embodying, giving them that transformation and taking them to the next level. You want to show up as an authority figure. This is the last thing that I really wanted to say. When we're showing up, especially coaches, especially new coaches, we need to show up from a scar and not a wound. This is super, super important to me. If you go online and you're talking about your heartbreak, but you're still in it, you shouldn't be talking about it. It's not if you're coaching women through heartbreak, right? You want to show up with a scar. You want to be healed from that. Talk about your journey as an authority figure, as someone who already got through it. I have women who do all these different things who want to work with me because I show up and I talk about the bad times. I talk about the depression. I was depressed. I attempted suicide. Okay, can you imagine me right now did that? Crazy. I had all these crazy things go on in my life, and I talk about them from the other side. So if you're still in this stuff, maybe it's just not the right time for you to coach. Go through the healing, do the thing, then you can show up to serve and to make someone come through their transformation. So make sure you're showing up from the scar and not the wound, because when you're wounded, you don't want to show up to serve people. You don't want to sell the products and do the things. And look, we can heal in our journey, but make sure you're showing up for yourself to heal. Come from soul. Come from soul. You want everything to come from soul. 80-20, give 80% value, 20% pitching and sales. Because sales should feel good. If you're going to transform someone's life, show up to make that sale. Show up to make them know how they can buy you. How can they work with you? You're great. You get 80% value, girl. Like, show up to sell. Cool, right? Don't force it. Feel magical. If you don't love what you're doing, then you got to figure something else out, because you need to be loving what you're doing. Manifest it, feel it, believe it, and it will come in. Feel your next level. Feel the girl who's a year from now. Keep your boundaries in life. Do your gold boards. Do all the great things. Hi, Mama. Hi, Cheyenne. And everything will slowly start to come into place. Your soul clients will come from you. So I'm about to be at the end of my half hour. If anyone thought that I provided a great value within the half hour, I have a magical discount for you guys. I am running a group program that is 2 months long. It's called The Badass Within You. And I'm helping women unleash their inner badass, because that's what I'm all about. We're going to make some quantum leaps together. We're going to make shit tons of money together. And when you come out the other side, you're going to feel like a whole new woman, okay? So my discount, the 2-month group program, there's 1 call a week for 1 hour. We have already had great soul sisters in this place ready to quantum leap. I'm giving $150 off the program, which would go from $1,500 to $1,350 pay in full, and $100 off the payment plan, which is $350 a month for 5 months. It's $1,750. If you have any questions about this 2-month magical program, you let me know. It's a group program. It starts August 1st, so you have a week. And this discount is going to last 48 hours. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you're like, screw this group program, I'm ready to dive in with you, I am giving a $500 discount off my one-on-one services. If you're curious about those, you can hop in my inbox. If everyone felt value and you just want to say hi, come say hi. But if you're looking for my coaching services, I would love to work with some more. I'm calling in all the women. If you are lit up by my video, I really hope to be your next coach. I hope to guide you in whatever business is that you do. And again, my name is Andrea Franco. I run a very successful social media company. I run a food blog called The Hangry Italian Girl, and I absolutely run an insanely amazing coaching business where I get to light up other women's lives. And I could get emotional talking about my clients' transformations. I have women come to me. My last client had her first discovery call as a new coach, and she landed a client in her first call. Her first freaking call. I cried. And so that's what it's all about. You want to call in the clients and you want to feel good, make sure you're doing it with love and not scarcity. I cannot land a client for the next 6 months and it wouldn't matter finance-wise. I'm doing great. But I want to land the clients because I want to help women. I want to bring them to their next level. So I hope you found amazingly great information in this live. I hope everyone currently here, it's Thursday, has a beautiful Thursday. Thank you, Alice. I'll send you a message. Anybody else? And it was so lovely to show up to serve all you women. It was so lovely to teach this wonderful half-hour class. And I wanted to say, Christina, and I am a Standout Online member. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. Kisses.